Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Pietro, Dr. Cheek, Dean Mangum, Mr. and Ms. Haslam, some of the greatest people our state has ever produced. It's a real honor to receive an honorary degree from an institution with the Haslam name on it, I can tell you that. Faculty, graduates, long-suffering parents. As the father of a large number of children, I can promise you I've felt your pain. I appreciate this prestigious honor more than you can imagine from our great University of Tennessee. I mentioned to Dr. Cheek on the way in, and I've told several of his predecessors, I still do not understand how the University of Tennessee stole the Yale fight song. But I was told by Lamar Alexander some years ago that you took it fair and square. I'm here representing 340,000 FedEx team members around the world. And I can assure you I understand that the reason I'm receiving this honorary degree is because of their efforts more than anything else. They're the powerhouse behind the great FedEx brand. Today I'd like to make a couple of comments to you about the importance of innovation to business, and I suspect to your future lives, no matter what goods or services you may be involved in after your graduation. Innovation is the holy grail of most successful businesses and the key to improving prosperity of society. At FedEx, we focus on innovation relentlessly because we know it's one of the keys to keeping our millions and millions of customers satisfied. Let me share with you a bit of history about FedEx innovation, which I think you may find interesting. Travel back in time in your minds to the year 1973. Popular Science magazine featured, if you can believe it, quote, new take-along telephones, end quote. Ads touted new machines that could answer your telephone when you were not at home. People rocked out to music on their 8-track players. Something else happened in 1973, as Dr. Cheek mentioned. On 17 April 73, in Memphis, a small company called Federal Express sent 14 small DA-20 Falcon jets into the night, carrying a whopping total of 186 packages to 25 American cities. And on that evening, a new industry was born which revolutionized modern logistics. Before that night, there was no such thing as a single carrier door-to-door service for goods carried by air. Our country had put 12 men on the moon, but still did not have a seamless, expedited shipping system. Because of the complex regulations that governed U.S. aviation in general and air cargo at the time, FedEx initially could not use planes that carried more than 7,500 pounds of cargo. Now, to put that in perspective, one of our giant 777 freighters today can carry 30 times that amount from Hong Kong to Memphis nonstop. That's why we bought those small DA-20 Falcon jets, which were originally designed for passenger use, and modified them for the first time to carry cargo. Soon after getting our business off the ground, so to speak, we realized, however, these archaic regulations, originally intended to govern railroads, were stifling innovation across America. It was just too hard to move the new high-tech, high-value added goods, the critical parts and pieces of the emerging modern American commerce quickly. So we led a movement that resulted in the deregulation of the air cargo industry in America in 1977, and that innovation let us buy larger airplanes. Larger aircraft, in turn, required an entire new generation of technologically advanced package sorting equipment that had never been contemplated to handle the massively increasing volumes. But I think there was an even bigger contribution to technology and innovation that came from FedEx shortly afterwards. Early on, we recognized that the information about a package is as important as the package itself. Today, of course, we all know how critical digital data is in so many ways, but back then, few saw the potential of this innovation. We realized, however, that having the ability to know where a package is and when it would be delivered would be of great value to our customers as they move their most important product in inventory. So we began rolling out many industry firsts powered by technology. We introduced the world's first global tracking network for shipments, something that everyone takes for granted today. We rolled out the first system enabling customers to electronically request pickups some 15 years before the World Wide Web. We pioneered the use of barcode labeling in transportation. The FedEx website, FedEx.com, was the first to allow customers to track packages on the internet and create labels from their computers. Now, I realize all this sounds mundane and commonplace today, but these were first-of-a-kind technologies brought to customers by FedEx. I think the challenge for all businesses, however, is continuous innovation like these developments. If businesses stay with outmoded technologies too long, they always fall behind a competitor or go out of business altogether. As author and speaker Ross Schaefer said, and I love this quote, "If you don't like change, you're going to hate extinction." So far, I've talked about FedEx innovations, but examples abound in every industry. With its iPod and iTunes, Apple changed the way we listen to music. Embedded sensors are revolutionizing the way we keep up with many things. A lot of you probably have Fitbits to keep up with your activity levels. According to Forbes magazine, a new product under development called Pulse Wallet uses an embedded reader to identify a user based on a reading of a single vein in his or her palm. It will facilitate mobile payments by linking the user's palm print to stored credit card information. No PIN number, in fact, no card is needed. So all this leads to the question, how can you in the years ahead foster innovation within the organizations you join? There are many answers to that question, I think, but a few factors stand out in my mind. The first is focus and perhaps refocus. You've got to understand what compels you as an individual and the organization you're a part of. This kind of focus guides the passion and perseverance of your leadership and your teams towards the achievement of organizational goals. In doing so, you're making sure that your people spend the creativity on really important things rather than peripheral activities. The second, and I think this may be the most important of all, is to grow a positive company culture. At FedEx, we have something we call the Purple Promise. All of our brands, FedEx Express, FedEx Freight, FedEx Ground, FedEx Office, have as their unifying color purple. And the Purple Promise, which is something that every FedEx team member knows, is stated simply: I will make every FedEx experience outstanding. This guides everything that each of us does every day for each other and for the people we serve. We try very hard to get our people to come up with new or improved ways to serve these customers. We reward new thinking, particularly if it makes our customers happier or saves money. We're always willing to test new ideas, realizing that even if it doesn't succeed, we'll have learned something in the process. I think a third suggestion I'd have for you is to feel free to borrow ideas. Take business models or processes from other fields. In the early days of flight, most people tried to build flying machines concentrated on how birds flap their wings. But the Wright brothers who solved the problem were bicycle builders. Great biography recently by David McCullough I'd recommend to you. The Wright brothers used the principle of balance, so critical to riding a bike, and as it turned out, to building and the flying of an airplane. Knute Rockne, the legendary football coach of Notre Dame, got the idea for his famous 4 horsemen backfield shift while watching a burlesque chorus routine. Military designers borrowed from the Cubist art of Picasso to create more effective and efficient camouflage patterns during World War II. Longtime business guru, Professor Rosabeth Moss-Kanter of Harvard, I love this statement, advocates kaleidoscope thinking to come up with innovative solutions. She described it as shaking up your thinking to permit an array of different patterns to come to you from the same bits of reality, much as you do when you twist a kaleidoscope to see new patterns. The point of these examples is that there are great ideas lying about everywhere. You can pick them up from far-flung fields, look at them, adjust your kaleidoscope, and often find truly brilliant solutions. Finally, an important way to foster innovation is workforce training to fill the innovative jobs of today and tomorrow. A 2012 study by McKinsey Global Institute predicted that by 2020, employers worldwide could face a shortage of 85 million high and medium skilled workers, giving great heft to the governor's goal that Dr. Cheek mentioned and underscoring the important work of this institution. So what can we help do to produce the qualified candidates to fill these jobs so vital to our economy? One way is university programs that nurture innovation. And that's something that the Haslam College of Business embraces in a very big way. I particularly commend the Anderson Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation for your business plan competition and the Boyd Venture Challenge that provides seed funding for student-owned startups. These are programs that hopefully will make emerging Tennessee entrepreneurs strong. I think FedEx knows better than any other enterprise the power of connecting the world, serving 220 countries and territories around the globe. We know that every business and every entrepreneur, and for that matter, every individual, wants to feel that power of connection as well. That's why it's so important to encourage innovation within organizations. Culture of innovation will help make the United States more competitive in the global marketplace. It'll get new ideas, products, and services to more international markets quicker, which in turn will create a better society for us all. I congratulate each of you who's worked so hard to obtain this distinguished degree you're about to be awarded. I wish you good luck and good fortune and good health in the years ahead. Thank you very much. I'm honored to receive this degree.